Welcome back to the channel, Cooking with Manual Focus, and today we're going to be making some smothered chicken. So first things first, man, let's go ahead and get the usual. And we're going to use 2 tablespoons of this. And it's a reason why I use this seasoning. It's an all-purpose season. It's the perfect blend. You got salt, you got pepper, a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of lemon and cayenne pepper with some other ingredients in it. Alright, so we got some all-purpose flour. That's about a cup that we're using, and we put a little bit of that usual in the flour mixture too. And again, if you're watching any of my previous videos, you know in it includes a perfect fried chicken, you got to make sure you season the chicken, and then you also got to season that flour. So we're just coating this quarter leg right here with that flour. You just want a light coat of flour on that quarter leg right there. You don't want it to be too much flour on it, just a light coat, and you'll see why in a little bit. So after you get it lightly coated, shake it off, and what I'm putting on is that wire rack right there. You can buy one of those at any local retailer. It's very good to have, especially after you want to let your chicken rest. So again, when you let your chicken rest, you get those ingredients binding into that chicken. So we're going back with 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour and a little bit more of that, the usual seasoning, and we're going to use that a little bit later on in the video. So you see me right there, man. I love that cute little whisk right there, man. You definitely can pick one of those up too. All right, so now here we go. So we're gonna be flash frying these chicken quarter legs. So it's all right to have this on a high heat. So what you really want to do in this step of the method, you want to get a crust on the outside of your chicken. You don't want to cook it all the way. So you see me right here, and you can go a little bit more of a crust if you like on your chicken. Like I said, I just want to get like a slight crust on it, not cooking it all the way, because we're going to put this chicken in the oven. And I'm going to bring one up to you now. That's the perfect crust that you're looking for in this recipe. And now we got 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. So we're going to go and put that in. And I was using olive oil, by the way. So that's olive oil. And we just putting that minced garlic in there. You see me, I'm reducing my heat in this stage here because you don't want it to be too hot, because that minced garlic is going to brown really quick. You can also add more vegetables if you like. I just wanted to keep this recipe pretty simple. And you see me here, there's about a tablespoon of butter that we're putting into, and we're melting that down, and we're going to be making some gravy for the smothered chicken. And that's why I said we're coming right back with that 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and we're adding into that mixture. So this mixture is going to thicken up, and you want to cook that flour taste out. And like I said, you see me right here, I'm just adding the rest of it in, and it's going to thicken up for you. Cook that flour taste out, so you're cooking it about a minute to 2 minutes until that flour taste goes out. So now I got 2 cups of chicken broth, and we're going to add that into the mixture, and that's pretty much going to make your gravy. So you see my Instagram and Facebook handles come up. Hey, follow me on both of those, man. We have fun on those channels. A place where you guys can definitely connect with me, man. Ask any questions, and we get answers, and we just have fun, man. Alright, so we got a half a cup of heavy cream, or in my case I was using coconut milk there, and that's just part of that gravy mix right there. And after you get that mixed in with that gravy, now you're gonna bring that chicken back into the mix. So you see it simmering right there, and now we're bringing that chicken and we're gonna place it into that pan. So once we place it into that pan and get it ready to go, you want to make sure that you preheat your oven up to 425 degrees, and then you're going to let this bake for an hour. And you see it right there in the stove baking. So after it's done baking for an hour, you can see that the gravy has reduced down. And then after that, man, you're just basting it and then getting it ready for presentation. So again, when you're dealing with that, make sure that you're using a pot holder, because that it's gonna be hot, man. So don't forget that. And then just baste your chicken, man. You see that gravy right there, man, just going on top of that. Looks fantastic coming out the oven, steaming hot. And what I got on top of that, you know, we got some fresh basil, and then we putting that Romano cheese on top. Then I cooked some rice with it, man. Now it's all about that presentation, man. You got that parboiled rice with that chicken quarter, and you got that basil on top and that Romano cheese. And now we just dressing it with that, you know, that good old gravy, man. Look at that, man. That thing looks fantastic. So we're gonna hit it with a little bit more of that green, man, so that plate will look nice and professional. And again, like I said, guys, man, it's all about that presentation, man, especially when you present it to your guests or your family, man. They get excited about that food. And then I got to hit it with that, you know, that little special right there, the Romano cheese, in it with the top of that, man. So there you go. There you have it. Smothered chicken quarters. Look at that. Looks fantastic. All right, so there you have it. Those are smothered chicken quarters. And we got a little basil on the top right there with that gravy. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you see it, man. Look at that. Look how nice that cuts right there. Nice, juicy, and tender. I mean, that's what you're looking for right there in a meal, easy. And we're gonna go ahead and give this thing a taste. So I'm gonna bring this thing up, man, so you guys can see it and see what we got, man. So here we go right here. Now that's good right there, man. Easy recipe, got you in the game, about an hour to complete. And like I said, man, you seen it, man. Tastes fantastic. I thank you guys for watching, man. We'll see you guys later. I'm about to dig into this thing, man. Get me some hot sauce. We'll see you.